We are on the Star Park where interesting training sessions go on for the Teshi community. This is where a very popular team trains, that is Kingstep FC. This is Academy Watch, where we delve into the history, the setup, the positive, and of course the negative sides of lower tier and academy sides. Sit down, relax, and enjoy as we preview Kingstep FC, a team partly owned by Laryea, Kingston, and Stephen Appiah. You're still on Academy Watch as we delve into a club known as Kingstep FC. It's time to meet a part owner of the club, the king in the Kingstep, Laryea Kingston.
First of all, the idea came from myself and my teammate Stephen Appiah. We believe that after our career, football has given us a lot. That now that we are done with our careers, sitting back and doing something else, not doing football, I think it's not going to. Our soul will not rest well. So we decided to come up with this, and then we decided to start from the second division level. And since 2017. So far, because of the problems in football in the country now, it's not allowing us to play in the tournament. Anytime they organize and then they're going to start the competition, then something will pop up and then it won't happen again. So we're still keeping the boys. We're still trying to help them achieve their target in their career. In life, no condition is permanent, as they say. We're managing to make the boys happy. We're managing to provide them most of the things that they are needed. But there is more room for improvement. Our aim and target is to develop the Kingstep to the highest level. When we talk about highest level, to compete with teams in Africa and then beyond. So it's not going to be easy. It's a new team, so the head manager of the club and then the technical team are looking forward to pass the positive idea about football. It's about developmental stage, so definitely we have to take it a day at a time. Our aim is to make them develop very fast so that they can compete with other clubs. Yeah, sure. As I said earlier on, that you need to have a structure and you need to have a aim and a goal before you know that you are starting from here and then finish there. The club have its ambition, it have its goal. As I said that we're starting in the second division, so we are not in a rush. We're trying to play in the second division league, and then if possible, it depends on how the performance will go and then how the team will perform in the league. If it's possible to qualify to the first division, that's perfect. Well, so we're going to build it on it till we get to the top. I see next 10 years, okay, it's good. But our aim is to try and win every game and then climb as fast as we can. 10 years, we appreciate it, but for me, I think it's going to be too long. We manage our way, and then with the help of our fans and everybody, we believe we can achieve it. You know, especially I always tell them the negative ones, the toughest days in my career and all that. With that, it will encourage them and then not make those mistakes again. Mistakes that you've done, you won't, that you feel is not good, you won't advise anybody to have the same experience. So first of all, that's what I try to tell them, that I've been there before and I know how footballers think at that level and then at the level that I am now. So when a former player or a senior player tells you something or advise you, you should be able to take it. You know, I always tell them they should take their training serious, eat well, and then try to get enough rest. That's the only way you can have your match fitness and then energy to go to the next training and then next games as well. When it comes to technical aspect, all the knowledge I acquired throughout my career and the ones I learned from my coaching courses that I've been, and also watching current games and all that, watching other coaches, their behavior, the positive ones I pick and things that I feel will help me develop my team. That's what I do and that's what I try to impact in them. So with time, definitely they will take it and then we'll all be happy. You know, it's my philosophy is not to play justify your inclusion. Because when you play justify your inclusion, a lot of people will come and then maybe you will not spot the best players. So the club's ambition or the criteria that the club used to pick their players, they don't do trials. What they do is they have scouts that go around, and myself, when I have time, I go around and then see the position that the team need and then try to bring those players to strengthen the team. So that's the aim. If you want to join, we go around and then pick players from all over the country. We have players from Northern region, Ashanti region, Eastern region, and all that. So it's not only Accra, but looking for all the other regions as well.
You heard from the part owner of Kingstep FC, Laryea Kingston. Of course, he had a lot to share through his experiences as a professional football player. Away from that, what time is it? It's time with the tactician. We speak to the coach of the side.
Kingstep was formed somewhere 2007 November, so I started with them. Yeah, Kingstep means Kingston and then Stephen. It belongs to Stephen and then my boss, like Kingston. Yeah. There are a lot of challenges because, you know, in Africa, and even in Ghana, the infrastructure and the facilities, we need to groom them up. It's quite down. So you'll be facing challenges, especially you can see the kind of pitch we're training on. They find it at times difficult to even control the ball because we don't have good pitches. Yeah. We're getting positive sides because, you know, for me, I've been in the game for almost over 20 years now. I've been in coaching for 20 years now, so we're getting positive. We're getting things are moving the way we want it to be. It's quite difficult because most of African players are not coachable. Meaning, you know, they can't learn. Most of them are not willing to learn. They're not willing to learn and then improve day in, day out. And also, you know, at times, in terms of sponsorship, at times financially, most of them, they come from, you know, most of the deprived places. Even at times, getting them boots, equipment to train, you find it difficult. So forming a club in Ghana, that means you need to be financially stable before you can be able to do certain. Seeing progression, we've beaten most of the Division 1 clubs. For us, our strength is very high. Most of the clubs, most of the clubs who have played us, they will tell you our strength is very high. Yeah, we find it very difficult to lose. You will play us, but when we lose, you will feel that you've played with Kingstep. My aim, technically, you know, my boss is heading. Technically, we want to produce players all over Ghana and in the world as well. Want to produce the best players. Like, you know how my bosses have played. They've also played to the highest level. My boss, Stephen Appiah, and then Laryea Kingston. The way they've played, we want to get players who can play even higher than them or can be at their peak. That is their target. Our philosophy is to, you know, groom them technically, because every player who is technically good can play everywhere or can play anywhere in the world. Yeah, and also to, you know,
purchase your tracks today.
What we intend doing is to groom a family. The team should be like a family. Yeah, we want to be one of the biggest clubs in Ghana years to come. A very good technical player, a player who is comfortable with the ball, both in the air and both on the ground. Yeah.
That was the coach of the side. He had a lot to share with his experience as a coach for 20 years. He had a lot of insight as to the tactical play and the development of the players of Kingstep FC. So from there, we go beyond the crest. That is to delve into the club administrators and also the players in the side. We start off with the club administrator of Kingstep FC.
My name is Ni Mama Mate. I'm the administrator for Kingstep FC. I joined the club since its inception, that is 2017. So far, so good, but as the sales goes, there are more room for improvement. So we are trying to work on our weaknesses, then build on our strength. For now, I can say because there are no competition in the country, we find it difficult assessing the players with matches. Although we play friendly matches, but it's not the same as official and sanctioned ones. So for us, that's our weakness. The strength is the oneness we are. We live as a family, and we do everything as a family. So I think living as a family is our strength. I try to do my job as effective as I can by making sure the guys have what they want in terms of training and in our friendly matches. So I think with that aspect, I'm impacting something good onto the players. I handle all the administrative work of the club. I.e., if a player wants to travel, I need to do all the itinerary works. We have a process that we follow in terms of getting an introductory letter from the FA, and then also if a player is sick, I need to make sure the player gets the best medication he can. But I don't do that alone. I do that with the Mazua, as we call it. Yeah, so I think together it has been good. I think since we started, we have more than 12 players, because we started with the indigenous of Teshi, which were made up of I think 8 players, but the rest are players from outside. The players the coach scouted himself, some comes from Volta region. We have 2 from Ashanti region. We have others from La, and then we have others from La. I think we have others from Dansuma as well. So it's been scouting all over the place. I know the coach who is like Kingston and a part owner of the club was born and bred here. So he thinks and believe that even at all, if he needs to start something in terms of football, he needs to start from where he came from. So ideally, that's why we started from here. The next 5 years, I want to see a club who is competing at the top level in Ghana, and probably have some few games in terms of tournaments outside the country. Because now we are trying to partner with one club in Sweden called Ostersund FK. So that's what we are trying to build now, so that at the end of the season, even a player or 2 can go to them for assessment, and if possible, transfer might come through. They sponsor us with kits since 2017. Yeah, we have a link with them. It was established by the coach, Laryea. So that's what we are trying to build on. Yeah.
I joined the team last year, and then around October, I joined the team, and then I trained with the team before we break for the Christmas festivities. Yeah. It's a very good team. You know, our coach is also an experienced coach. He's worked with the Black Stars, and then he's traveled outside, so you have the experience and everything. And for him, it's a family he's building, not just a team. It's beyond a team. It's building a family, and so we are good, and everything is moving well. Me myself, you know, it's not easy in Ghana when you're coming up as a youngster. It's not easy. Financial problems here and there, you know, and so we have so many challenges as a Ghanaian player, as a young player coming up. We have so many challenges. Okay. I think our coach is doing well. You know, he's a one man who is doing everything with our bonuses, and then our everything, our transports, our weekly allowances and all those things. He's doing well. We have so many challenges as a team that when I think people come on board to help him, everything will be okay.
I joined Kingstep last year. Yeah. Well, it was very good. I was happy to be here too.
Purchase your tracks today.
It's not easy, but we have to work hard and move forward. I know it's going to be better and better, yeah.
Oh, actually, February last year. Oh, actually, we've been improving based on what we've been taught here. Oh, actually, a lot. You know, in football, there are some personal, petty drills that each and every day, you might not see it as anything, but then it's involved in the game, every game at all.
Purchase your tracks today.
Oh, actually, with football, you definitely have some petty knocks, like injuries and stuff. Sometimes physical contacts between, let's say, opponent or other side. Oh, yeah. Our team is a rotary side, so definitely someone will go out, come in. We don't depend on a key player. You see, anyone at all can give out the best. So most of the time we work as a team. When you're not there, someone is there to replace you. Together, we're always lifting up.
Purchase your tracks today.
Oh, actually, I'm aiming higher. Yeah, I'm aiming higher. And I'm working on some personal stuff that my coach will be assisting me on. For that one, I can't display it here because we are on media. But then I know in about 3 to 4 years' time, I'll be somewhere better.
I joined Kingstep FC, that was last year.
Last year?
Yeah, last year. Oh, they've been so good because we've learned a lot from our coach. Yeah, how to stand on the field, how to play, how to move, how to score. So, learned a lot. Okay, I would say because of my hard work and the way I talk to the players on the field, my commitment to made me got a captain.
You're still on the Academy Watch, and so far it has been a lot of talk and history, hasn't it? This is time for us to go into some exciting parts of the Academy Watch. We go in for the Academy Watch quiz. So for the quiz, I have with me
Nash Mensah
and
Appiah.
And we are come to ask them quite some interesting questions. So to Nash Mensah, what is the full name of your club CEO?
Actually, let's see, Ananushaka.
Purchase your tracks today.
Ananushaka. Okay. What is the full name of your head coach?
Laryea Kingston.
Next question. How long has your club been in existence?
Oh, 2 years now.
On which date was your club established?
I don't know.
When is a player in an offside position?
Actually, during counter-attacks.
Only counter-attacks?
Mostly on, let's say, offensive sides.
I'll have to give you 1/5. A player is on an offside position when any player's body parts except the hands and arms are in the opponent's half of the pitch and closer to the opponent's goal line than both the ball and the second last opponent. Okay. What is an indirect free kick?
Purchase your tracks today.
This is very simple. This is very simple. No, you know. Indirect free kick. That's very simple.
You do bonus.
Okay. It's like, let's say, an offense committed at where, like, you're not supposed to touch the ball. Yeah.
Is that all?
Actually, that's my.
Okay. So I'll give you half mark in this question, because an indirect free kick is when a player is not allowed to score directly when the free kick is taken. It must touch an opponent or your teammate before you're allowed to score. So I asked about an offside position. So what is an offside offense?
Offside offense is when you pass your opponent a bit by arms or any other form. Yeah.
So an offside offense, I'll give you that question. This is when a player in an offside position becomes involved in an active play. Yeah, and you said you pass to a player who is in an offside position. So I'll give you that. So what kind of free kick is played when the player is in an offside position, or when the player commits an offside offense?
Direct free kick. Yeah.
Sorry, it's a wrong answer. It's actually the indirect free kick, and this is how we end the Academy Watch quiz. So we've done some circumspection, bisection, and investigation as we've delved deep into Kingstep FC. Which academy is next? Stay tuned and join us on the next edition of Academy Watch.